Christian CYInterview covering Las Vegas and the world. If you haven't already, please hit the like button below and please hit the subscribe button below to keep up with everything we have going on here at CYInterview in Las Vegas and beyond. We greatly appreciate it. Today we're going to revisit our CYInterview with actress, comedian, and talk show host Whoopi Goldberg, and here it is.
Chris Shandek here with you. Joining me now, she has done everything that an actress can possibly do. She is the current moderator of the ABC show The View, and she's got out a new children's book. It's called Sugar Plum Ballerinas, the amazing Whoopi Goldberg. Thank you for joining me today. How you doing?
I'm very well, thank you.
The main character in the book, Alexandria, who is named after your daughter, has a mom who pushes her into being a ballerina. Do you think mothers push their daughters into certain things because they're trying to live out their dreams? And maybe in some way this mother-daughter relationship is like the one that you have with your daughter?
No. My kid was always very, very clear of what she wanted to do. She did not want to be a ballerina. She wanted to draw, I think, was what she originally wanted to do. But I think oftentimes when moms haven't had the ability to live out their own dreams because they were shut down for whatever reason, they tend to sort of try to do it through their kids. And poor Alexandria Petrikov, you know, she's one of those kids who's getting it, whose mom wanted to be a frilly, all-in-pink, tutu-wearing, you know, toe-stepping little girl. And, you know, Alex is not that. She must be a speed skater.
Yeah.
And her mother just totally can't understand it.
You say that some of the characters in the book relate to people you know in your life, but why a ballerina? Why the story be about a ballerina?
Because when I was a little girl, that's one of the things that lots of little girls aspired to. We got, you know, if you were lucky enough to get like a little jewelry box, it always had a little pink ballerina on the top. If you got, you know, some of the little jewelry that was around when we were kids, it was all pink and all about ballerinas and all of that. And then those girls grew up, and they never got to be ballerinas. They never even got to try, because we were told there was a bone missing in our legs, so we couldn't go up on point.
Yeah, Whoopi, I have to say, you know, we're going through one of the toughest times right now in this country, economically, in so many other ways. You know this. You talk about this on The View TV with the ladies. But knowing that the president can only do so much, are you concerned that if Barack Obama gets elected, many people are expecting him to do more than he really can possibly deliver? And with that being said, maybe, you know, worry about a possible backlash for the people who supported him?
Well, you know, it doesn't matter who gets in. Whoever gets in is getting into a mess, because we don't know what the last 8 years really were about. We won't know, and neither will whoever gets elected until they're in the middle of it. So nobody. It's going to be a rough job on whoever it is, and it's not Barack and it's not John McCain. It doesn't matter. You know, none of them are going to be able to do a lot of what they want to do because they don't know how bad the shape we're in is. That's the first thing. And taxes are going to go up. It's the way it's going. You know, we have 2 wars and God knows what else to pay for. So, I mean, you know, this idea that we're going to be able to cut it is not correct.
Do you think certain people are looking for a savior right now?
You know, I think people are looking for something different than what we've had. I mean, you know, even people who were staunch supporters of President Bush, you know, they don't even mention his name anymore.
Yeah. Well,
you know, people are mad at you when they don't even mention your name.
Yeah. We've seen a lot of narration work from you in recent years when it comes to movies, but would you ever do anything on screen if a write-off came about, or is acting over?
No, I just, you know, haven't found anything I really wanted to, you know, go outside and do. You know, I can go into a studio and do a lot of the narration. I can go into a studio and do voiceovers, and that makes me just as happy, because they're characters. Something good comes along, I'll probably do it.
Whoopi Goldberg, Sugar Plum Ballerinas is the book. Definitely, we've got to talk again in the near future when we have more chances to talk. I want you definitely to check out CYInterview.com, which is where this goes besides on my broadcast outlet. I hope you will take a time to check that out. I really appreciate your time. I did get to speak to your TV mom, Diane Carroll, a few weeks ago, and she was absolutely amazing. I know she was on The View as well. But then finally, you know, there's been a lot of talk around The View, offset views, okay, fine. girlfriends, women, they all get into fights all the time, but at least, is it fair to say, maybe some of the stuff obviously is a little taken out of context, but would you say there's at least some disagreements offset among the ladies?
No, I wouldn't say that because that wouldn't be true.
Okay. There's no. So when you guys leave the set, that's it.
Listen, let me tell you something. They
Sure.
did this show for 10 years,
Yeah.
and no one said boo.
Uh-huh.
They had 1 year of a lot of controversy, and now everybody's looking for it. 10 years they had no issues, because the women all understand that if you disagree with someone, it doesn't have anything to do with them personally. It's their idea that you're disagreeing with. So you can actually still remain friends with people you don't ideologically see eye to eye with. And I find it shocking that people think this is such a surprise. Do they think women are so dumb that they don't know how to be friends because they disagree? Only guys can't be friends when they disagree.
So once you get off that set, it's over.
Once you get off that set, it's not that it's over. We have the hot topics in the beginning of the show, and we disagree or we agree, and then we go on to the next thing. It is ridiculous that people think that we sit around fuming. Who has that kind of time? Elizabeth's got 2 kids, Sherry's got a kid, Joy's got work she's doing, and I don't have time to sit around being pissy to somebody else.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I've talked with Sherry in the past. She's great. Chris Shandek with Whoopi Goldberg. We really have to talk more further in the future when we get more time. But again, the children's book is Sugar Plum Ballerinas. I hope we catch up again in the future, Whoopi. Take care.
Very good. Thank you.